Hey guys, Master Thorn here with the Edge Martial Arts. We're talking about perseverance this month, and at this point we've started to figure out what are we going to have to persevere. We look forward, what are we going to have to persevere through, right? We also look back on a more negative side and say, what have in the past have we allowed ourselves to quit on? How does it make us feel? Does it feel good when we allow ourselves to quit and not accomplish that task when we very easily could have done it just with perseverance, right? And that's a skill we need to build. Now what I want you to look at is, why do you feel like quitting? Right? Whatever it is, a Rubik's Cube, a sport, martial arts, school, work, right? What makes you want to quit? Well, things are difficult. That's what it is. If it was easy, we would all do everything all the time, right? We would never quit anything. If everything was easy, we had easy, but we'd never quit. So what is it about it that's difficult? Maybe that's another skill set. Maybe it's our scheduling, right? Maybe it's our budgeting, right? Maybe it's our focus level when we're doing it, right? Maybe we just don't enjoy it. But we need to figure out what is hard about whatever you're trying to persevere through. Maybe it's a spin kick, and I get that for the more advanced martial art is spinning. It's not something that's just natural for a lot of people. But what is it that's hard? Is it the amount of energy that we're actually willing to put into, right? And there's a whole separate videos on 100% effort, but is it something where we need to stop and look and say, am I putting my full effort in, and this is why it's difficult? Maybe I need to step back and say, I don't really need to persevere through this. I need to try a little bit harder. Right? And I also want you to start to look back again. Let's look back, but let's look this time, instead of at negative stuff, let's look at positive. Let's say, what in the past did I try to do that was harder than I expected, and I did it anyways? And I accomplished, I got the end goal, right? Whatever it was, you're putting money aside, you were saving money. Maybe that's hard. You wanted to buy something, so you're saving money, and then maybe that's hard for you, and then you bought whatever it is. You had to sacrifice along the way a little bit, right? You had to cut corners here and there, but you made it, and you bought something with that money, and now you really are happy you have that, whether it be a game or a house or whatever it is, right? Let's start to look back at things we persevered through, like school. Some people hate school. They made it through, and great, look, now you have an education. Now you're smart. You can do stuff with that, right? Maybe it's a friendship. You had to persevere through a friendship, but now you have a long-term friend after you guys got everything figured out. You have to figure out what it is for you, right? And it could be a martial arts thing, right? Everyone in their martial arts career gets stuck somewhere. It might be at the first belt, it might be at the last belt. And I feel really horrible when someone gets stuck at their first belt. Something's just not clicking, and they're not getting that first belt to that second belt. And at that point, we haven't had a lot of positive perseverance in martial arts because we haven't had a chance to really succeed a lot of times. But if we look back and we say now, okay, I made it through that, I can do that again at this belt. I made it through that technique, I can do it again at this technique, right? I made it through whatever this is. I made it, I can do it again. So let's look back. Let's look at some things where maybe we thought at some point we should quit. I can't do this mentality, but we made it through anyways. Now let's start to apply that to what we're doing now. Remember how that felt to actually persevere through that and succeed, and now how would it feel at the end of this? You've already proven yourself, you know how to succeed. You've already worked through something that was difficult. So take the time, go back, think of something in the past that gave you some trouble, where at some point you thought, it's not worth it, I want to quit. But then you didn't, and now you have the end result. So again, this is perseverance. I want you to think back more positively this week. What have I done in the past? And how did I persevere through? What did I set up to make sure I could do it? And how did I feel at the end? And let's forward and think about that in our current perseverance situation. Thanks, guys.